12 weirdest images better left unexplained. Number 12, car full of hay. Speaking of hay, this man's car is just filled with the stuff. He seems to be in good spirits, but would you feel the same way if your car's upholstery was ruined by pounds and pounds of horse food? Highly doubtful. Not only that, but how do you even fill a car with that much hay? You just shovel it in through one side and then through the windows when it gets too high? Was he buried up to his head in hay? Who's the guy leaning against the hood? These are the questions that haunt us. Number 11, a slight miscalculation. Yikes. In the image provided, we can see that the following accident was a result of a slight miscalculation on the driver's side. Apparently, this bridge in East Germany is quite the beacon for truck-related accidents, as this isn't the first time an incident like this has happened, and it certainly doesn't seem like this will be the last time either. More than likely, the driver made the mistake of assuming that his truck was small enough to fit through the underpass with room to spare. However, this is why drivers should know the exact height of the vehicles they're driving, prevent accidents like these from happening in the first place. Number 10, cereal mask. Sheet masks are all the rage right now, especially with Korean beauty suppliers. So it's no doubt that the cereal mask that you see before you will be super effective in fighting not only wrinkles, but also giving you flawless pores. Yes, that was sarcasm. Cereal is a delicious breakfast option that is meant to be eaten and not put on your face like this woman did here. She is abusing her right to cereal. She most likely used the milk to stick the cereal onto her face, and not only that, but she also gave herself a neck design too. What a waste. Number 9, a bad case of the blues. At first glance, one can only wonder what would compel him to do such a thing. He probably just wanted to see if it tasted like blueberry. This picture of a man spraying himself in the face with blue spray paint is the epitome of brainless thinking. There's a better way to paint your face like a Smurf. Hopefully that paint is safe to use on your skin, but then again, he probably didn't read the label. He's really going for it. Just mouth wide open and inhaling all those harmful toxins. You can only wonder if anyone tried to actually stop him. Number 8, horseplay. Alright then, let's just dive right in, shall we? In the following image, we can see what appears to be a person wearing a very, very, very detailed horse mask that is simultaneously disturbing and hilarious. It also appears that this individual is sipping on a gasoline tank in their garage. This person's logic must be gas goes into cars, cars have horsepower, horses have horsepower, therefore gas goes into horses. Not true. Horse masks have become quite popular in the past couple of years and have spurred an online wave of meme-related images, such as the one that you see before you. One can only hope of when this insufferable fad will fade into oblivion, which doesn't look like anytime soon. Number 7, clowning around. Hear ye, hear ye. Let it be known that the world has finally found the Insane Clown Posse's biggest fan ever, Ergo making her their only fan ever. From this photo, we can tell that she does have a thing for clowns, which is probably not the best thing to be into right now given the current clown-related events that are going on in our country. Anywho, we probably should have addressed the fact that she's carrying a possum in her arms. Is this supposed to be a play on words? Posse? Possum? Let's just hope that she didn't contract any diseases, as they are known carriers of salmonella and toxoplasmosis. Number 6, a nice shave. This probably isn't what they meant by peanut butter jelly time. Okay, so here we have a middle-aged man that is shaving his face, but instead of lathering up with some shaving cream, he decided to smear half of his face with jelly and the other half with peanut butter. He even went ahead and gave himself bread sideburns. And why is he smirking like that? Sir, your face has food on it because you are not a responsible adult and decided to wear your meal. You can see the empty pit of despair that's in his eyes. This man has lost himself. But really though, is this an ad for peanut butter or shaving? Number 5, do not mess with them. These two ladies, who let's assume are either related or close friends, happen to be sitting in a bathtub that is filled with a large amount of donuts. The woman on the right side of the picture doesn't seem to mind that half of her body is covered in sugary glazed goodness. Why, she's even sporting one of those donuts as a makeshift ring. Unfortunately for the girl on the left side of the photo, she doesn't seem to be having as good a time as her companion, who, let's be honest, looks a little inebriated. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, is the face of absolute regret, as she contemplates the mess that has become her life. Number 4, winner winner chicken dinner. So, in this photo, you can clearly see a loving newlywed couple that most likely finished what can only be imagined as a beautiful ceremony. And what better way to close a ceremony than with glorious wedding photos to capture the memories? Unfortunately, those memories were totally messed up by raw poultry. This has to be fake. Well, not fake because here's the photographic evidence, but a fake wedding shoot that was solely based around the idea of throwing uncooked chicken carcasses up into the air. Clearly, the woman is having way more fun than her new beau. What photographer would even agree to such a shoot? Number 3, can I have a sip of that? The look on this This girl's face is definitely the appropriate response, and to be fair, anyone that has their frappuccino hijacked by a moose would do the same. Honestly, the sheer amount of shock in her expression just says how offended she is, and who wouldn't be? She spent her hard-earned money that she worked for on her favorite scalding hot pumpkin spice frappuccino with 3 pumps of caramel. Meanwhile, the moose seems to be quite content with itself as it sips on the delicious nectar it's only dreamed of having until now. Number 2, these little piggies. Technically speaking, these aren't actually baby pigs, as you can tell from the photo that's provided. This is just a group of children who are adorned with tie-on pigtails and are shoving their small heads into the holes of what looks like a giant inflatable pig. School projects sure have gotten weird. This is probably just part of some interactive exhibit showing kids the life cycle of a pig and ultimately where bacon comes from. Those poor children. Their parents willingly allowed them to insert their faces in there in order to simulate how piglets nurse. Oh, the horror. Number 1, grocery shopping. Whenever you go to the grocery store, do you always feel like you have to be the most attractive person in the store with the best outfit? Just asking for a friend. From what we can observe in the following photo is that this woman wants to be the most feared person at the grocery store. Just look at that surgical mask and those long tentacle things for hair. Such detail. Oh, no big deal. Surely she's just picking up a few things before she heads over to the local cosplaying convention. Who even knows what character she's dressed up as? The one thing that throws this whole photo for a loop is that doll of Tipsy the Teletubby. Yes, we had to look up its name for this video.